What's up, guys? John's Fishing Channel. We're back in Minnesota, hanging out. We're at Cabela's right now. Huge ass sign around here somewhere that says Cabela's. I'm just not seeing it. But hanging out with my buddy Ryan back home. We're gonna stop here by a couple things to go fishing down in my uncle's farm pond. We're gonna go try to catch some big bass in the weeds, so we need to get some rubber frogs, a couple buzz baits, and a few other things. And I'm just gonna kind of show you guys around Cabela's because it really is a fantastic, fantastic store. Alright guys, so here we are, we're hanging out in the rubber frog section. These are all rubber frogs. They're really, really effective for fishing in weed. They're weedless. They're one of the only true weedless hooks on the market. One of the biggest problems with the frog is that you have to let the fish actually really take it for about 2 or 3 seconds, and it's so difficult to let the fish hit it and take it under before you set the hook because the rubber gets in the way of the hook. There's also another really awesome weedless fishing method that I've seen on YouTube using a sinker. I'm actually going to look up that method and use it, but it's awesome, and I'll link that video somewhere in the description if I remember to. If you guys ask me in the comments, I'll look and find it. But we're going to find some frogs here, a couple buzz baits and spinner baits are all right here. A lot of topwater action going on, really just an awesome selection of lures. And the people at Cabela's are so friendly. The staff here is awesome. If you want to come buy fishing stuff from a store where they have a knowledgeable staff and you're going to get a lot of help and you can ask any question and get any answer, Cabela's is really an awesome place. Turtle. Another really cool thing about Cabela's and the Bass Pro Shop is they have aquariums where you can come and see all different types of fish. Got some carp here. Got a largemouth bass right there. There's a gar, crappie swimming around. And this is really cool to be able to just look and identify fish everywhere. There's a sunfish. A couple other fish over here. Not exactly sure what that is. I think it's an eel pout, but I don't know. Walleye back there, some perch around in here. And it's really cool. This is just a really, really awesome thing to come in and do some shopping, see some fish, and just kind of enjoy yourself. I know there's some big catfish in here somewhere. I thought that they were in this tank, but there's a gar. Look at all those crappies. Crappies are a fish that like to school together, so where you find one, you'll find many. Oh man, look, that bass is big, and it's got a huge thing on its eye. But some of these bass are just gigantic. Very, very large fish. Catching those would be awesome. There's a northern pike. Alright guys, so we are ready for the full pond assault. I've got 2 spinner baits, 2 buzz baits, 6 frogs, all different colors, and 2 of these little imitation minnow things. And plus I've also got some hooks here that we can use to throw some worms on if all else fails. But it should be a good trip to the pond. We've got plenty of lures and awesome baits, and I think we're gonna catch some fish. What's up guys? So we got down to my uncle's farm and we're gonna go fishing. And we've met the local residents here that have been fishing. So these are actually 4-H cows, so they're really, really friendly. They really actually like people. They're used to being handled all the time. And that's why when we're driving in here, they're all kind of interested in what we're doing. Get out of here, cow. Look at him, he's like, come on, feed me. Normally when people are in here, they're feeding them, so that's kind of why they're all just like, come on, come on. And my phone's ringing. Alright guys, so here we are, we're down at my uncle's farm pond. It's actually a relatively small pond. It has lots of weeds and stuff like that, but it really has a lot of fish in it, and they're really fun to catch if you can get them to bite. So hopefully we'll catch a lot of fish today. Our goal is to get back in these areas on the other side of the pond that never get fished. There's a lot of brush over there, there's a lot of overhang, so it'll be hopefully a great day of fishing. I kind of grew up fishing here. It's always been really fun to come down here and fish. So I'm hoping that we can make it another awesome day of fishing. This is an electric fence that is live, so we're gonna try not to electrocute our nutsacks because it's been done before. Not by me, but somebody in my family. And the cows, they're just hanging out. They're really curious about us because like I said, they're 4-H cows and they're really, really friendly. They love people and they think that we're gonna feed it. If we had a bucket of worms out here, they would be up in our grill. All right, but with my buddy Ryan, we're gonna launch the kayaks and we're gonna catch some fish. Cows are really, really interested in what we're doing right now. As you can see, they're getting closer and closer. The young ones are behind the big ones. This one's obviously the boss and in charge, definitely leading the pack. Ryan's putting his line on right now, getting it all ready to go. I think I got some poison ivy on my legs. I've got all my stuff in here. I've got on a swivel, which are, I don't know, I don't really like swivels, but this isn't my rod, so I'm not gonna mess with it, I'm just gonna use it. But I feel like they're really convenient for most people, but I feel kind of like they throw off the action of some of my lures. But with the frogs we'll be using today, they should work pretty good. Right now, my nuts are hovering above 100,000 volts of electricity. Not actually 100,000 volts, but it would feel like it if I got whacked. Shh. Interrupting cow is not the time. Woo! All right, step 2. Whoa! Into the kayak. This is some tricky process. Huh. All right, we're good. Woo! All right, so I'm in the water, waiting on Monkey. Pretty sweet little area. Pretty excited to catch some fish in here. All right, so I'm in the water. Ryan's getting in the water right now. I'm really, really excited to be doing this. I've never actually taken like a kayak or a canoe out here, even though I wanted to do it my entire life. But there's a lot of different areas on this lake that I haven't fished, that I haven't fished that I'm going to. This is what I'm using right now. It's a rubber frog, it's weedless. There's a lot of duckweed in this pond because there's a lot around a lot of farms and a lot of runoff and fertilization, stuff like that. You get a lot of this duckweed, which kind of sucks, but it is what it is. But there's a lot of fish in here and hopefully we can pull them out. Now I'm gonna head over to the side of the pond I've never fished on. I'm really, really, really excited. All right guys, so I caught my first fish on the frog. Pretty awesome, nice looking little largemouth here, about 2 pounds. Nice little fish. I'm gonna unhook him and let him go. And he hit that kind of right over there in that open water right when it transitioned to weeds. Oh yeah, fish! All right guys, so we've been out here for maybe about an hour and a half. I've caught one, I've missed about 4. My buddy Ryan over there missed a pretty big one. It was just like whoosh, and it was a real bummer. And I missed a pretty decent one just right over here. So we're just kind of floating around in the weeds here, you know, trying to catch fish. It's really, really random. We don't know why or what they're biting on. We're using frogs. I'm switching from dark to light, light to dark, and everything seems to be working. But we're still looking for that big one. Hopefully we can pull them out of here. All right guys, so I caught my second fish on a white plastic frog this time. Just a little guy, little stinker. He took it right over the shore there, but I got a couple more casts up here. I think it's gonna be a really good spot because fish kind of been biting. So go ahead and put this one back and catch some more. There's something strange going on right there. I don't know if it's like a turtle or a fish, but something keeps popping its head up. And it's very strange. And it hasn't moved. There it is. See that? The heck is that? There it is. That's so freaking weird. It's gotta be a turtle. Could be a large turtle. Yeah, I think it's a snapping turtle. Hey Ryan. Ryan. Alright, well, that was awesome. I just chased a giant snapping turtle around with my kayak. He's over here right now. You can see where the bubbles are, kind of in the direction that he's going. So, well, that was a pretty exciting day of fishing. I think we're going to wrap it up here and head in and go eat some food, and you know, we'll call it a day. Thanks for watching, guys. Really appreciate it. And I've got a great series coming on northern Wisconsin and Minnesota fishing for you guys, and it's going to be absolutely awesome, and I can't wait to really just get into it. Well, that here concludes our little trip. We're loading up the kayaks. We're going to toss them in the boat, take them back, clean them off, drop them off. But it was really fun. I didn't catch as many fish as I would have liked to, but it was a great trip. We missed two good ones, and we saw that big turtle, so it was really cool. But this is where I grew up fishing, and it was just really cool to come back here and go fishing again. So I will catch up with you guys next week.